Okay, let's go ahead and get started on this. So we're here at our Gmail page. Gmail, all of the Google accounts are going to be the easiest ones to do this. If you look up here on the top right corner, there's a circle up here with probably the first initial of your name or first initial of your account or a picture of you, depending on how you have it set up. If you're using Google Chrome, there'll be two. This is for your main account. We're going to look at the one that's down here on the web page. It'll be a little bit bigger than the one that's on the account. If you're using Microsoft Edge or Firefox, you won't have the second one up here. This is only if you're on Google Chrome. But anyways, you just click on there. It shows you a list of all your accounts, and you can just click on a new account. With Gmail, it will open in a new tab up here. So if you're flipping back and forth between them, you're going to wind up with a whole bunch of tabs. Keep that in mind. You can just click, if you go up to the tab, there's the X right there. Just click that. It'll close out the tabs. But that's how you switch back and forth between them on there. Also, one thing I want to point out on all three of these, Gmail, Facebook, and YouTube, there are apps that you can put on your phone. You can find them in the Apple iTunes store, whatever the Apple store is, and also in the Google Play Store. You can just download the apps. You sign in with the same username and password that you created when you created these accounts, and you can access them on your phone. That's very convenient because if you say you take a picture with your phone and you want to email it to somebody, you can send it as an attachment straight from your phone. You don't have to put it onto your computer. Although I am going to show you real quick. So if you're doing attachments, you click on the Compose button. This little paperclip icon down here is how you attach files. Now here's something most people don't know is you can actually email yourself. So you just type in your own email address in the to column. For subject, we'll just put test attachment. And then if I were on my phone wanting to add a picture, I could just click the paperclip icon down here that says attach files. If you hover over it, it'll tell you what all these icons down here, if you hover over them, they'll tell you what they are. So formatting options to change your fonts, attach files, insert link if you have a website you want to add, etc., etc. You just hover over them and they'll pop up what they are. So the attach files button, you would just attach the picture. Let me scroll through here and find a picture. We'll just grab this one. When you click the attach files button, it will pop up. Let me see if I can add this in here. I don't know if my screen capture will allow me to add a system file. But let me see if I can add it in there for you guys. There we go. Let's see. Oh, it will let me. Okay. So there we go. It allows me to add it in. I can just scroll through. This is the thing that pops up when you click attach files. I can scroll through. It's just like how you would scroll through the files on your computer. Scroll through, find the picture you're looking for. You can either click on it and click open, or you can actually drag it directly onto the email. Put it on there, it'll attach it. We'll click cancel up here because it's going to want me to do something up there now. And then once it's finished loading, there it goes. You can just click send, and you can see it just emailed it to yourself. You can open it up in there. Takes a minute. Download the file onto your computer, and then you can email it off to wherever you need to go. This comes in handy. My mom just used it. She's on vacation this week, and she had to show her COVID testing and her vaccination paperwork. And she had it all on her phone. And I showed her this trick. We were able to send those files over to her computer, then upload them onto the website so that she could go on her vacation. Hi, Mom. Hopefully you're having fun on that if you're watching this. I don't know why you're watching this on vacation. Anyways, so that's something fun for you guys to play around with. You can just practice sending emails back and forth to yourself. Also, another thing, sometimes you want to flip back and forth between two different websites. Instead of having to hit the back button and go all the way back to the beginning, just hit this little plus sign here right next to the tabs. And you can open a new tab. And then from there, we can go into our Facebook account, because I got to show you how to flip back and forth on that. So here we are. This is the account we created to play around with for Ain't Afraid of No Tech. And if you click, it's in the same spot that Google has theirs, is the account button. In this case, it's just a generic blank profile picture. If you click there, just down here is the option to switch account. You click on that, and it will, depending on how you have it set up, if you have your password memorized, it'll automatically take you to your main page. You might have to enter your password, which is what we have to do to get back into our test account. So this gives me a perfect chance to show you what to do if you didn't take my advice and write down your passwords before you logged out. So we can just click right here on Forgotten Password, and we get to the Recovered Password screen. And it gives you a couple options here, depending on how you have things set up. This one will allow me to use my Google account to automatically reset it, or I can send a code to my email. If I have my account attached to my phone, they can send me that code as a text. Some websites, a lot of I just went through this with the IRS. The only way to reset your password with the IRS is they have to mail you a code. It takes about a week to get there. So keep that in mind. If you're not sure if you ever have to deal with the IRS and you're not sure if you remember your password, make sure you start well before your filing date, because you will get late fees while you're waiting for them to email you to snail mail you a new password. But anyways, for this one, we're just going to hit send code via email. And you can see it's asking me to enter a code. Now, remember, I opened a new tab, so my Gmail account is still open on this tab. All I have to do is click here, go back into my inbox, and here's my code. Now, it shows me a couple ways. The code is either right there in the title, or I can open it, and it shows me the code right here. What's really convenient is right up here on the tab. If I click to open that email, right up here on the tab, since it has it in the title, it also has it right up here on the tab. So now while I'm over here, I don't have to switch back to that other window. I can just look right up here in the right corner, and there is my code. Enter that in, click continue. Going to ask you for a new password. Let me make sure. This is actually take 2 of this, because the first time it showed the password and I didn't want you guys to actually see my password. So I'm going to make sure it's actually hidden this time so I don't have to start this over again. Enter in your new password. Write it down. Here's something I highly suggest for everybody, especially those of us that are getting older. All of your critical accounts, if you create banking accounts, or even if you just want anything you think that people will need access to at some point, write down the username and password on a piece of paper. Store that piece of paper with all of your other critical paperwork, so that if something happens, your family can get into your accounts. I've had to go through that with a few family members, and it is a major pain to get into your accounts if you didn't write everything down. So not everything is this easy to reset a password. I promise you that. Anyways, enough on that depressing subject. We typed in our new password, click continue, and it'll probably ask you if you want to save it. Otherwise, it just logs you in. Okay, so now we can flip back and forth between Gmail. We can flip back and forth between Facebook. Let me just go ahead and right here in the address bar, we'll go to YouTube. And guess what? YouTube is owned by Google. So therefore, the exact same spot, your account button up here. And you just scroll down to, wait a minute, where is it? Up, switch account, right there. It's what, the fourth one down? Switch account has the little arrow next to it. Click on it. It shows you your different accounts that you have signed in. You can flip back and forth between them. It'll bring them up. And that's all you have to do. Oh, I just logged back into the same account. Anyways, so that's it. That's how you switch back and forth between your accounts and how you reset a password. On the next video, we're going to do a deep dive through the menu system of YouTube. YouTube will be the only website or app that we go through the entire menu system. I'll explain why that is on the next video. In the meantime, yeah, you guys have your lab. You know how to get back and forth between your main accounts. And go ahead and start playing around, and I'll get the other video made for you guys and post it shortly. Have a good day.